For nearly 3 months, this single egg has never been left alone. Across thousands of kilometers of the Southern Ocean, 2 wandering albatrosses have battled relentless storms, towering waves, and endless hunger for one fragile life hidden inside this shell. Today, after 78 extraordinary days, the silence is finally about to end. Across the Southern Ocean, where some of the strongest winds on Earth never truly rest, one traveler returns. For years, these skies and waves have been its only home. Now, guided by memory and instinct, a wandering albatross finds the remote island where another breeding season will begin. Around it, thousands of seabirds gather once more, each driven by the same ancient purpose. Here, on this distant edge of the world, a single reunion will begin a story of endurance, devotion, and survival that will unfold across almost an entire year.
For wandering albatrosses, reunion is more than recognition. It is the renewal of a lifelong partnership. After months apart across one of the largest oceans on Earth, the pair find each other once again. Their elaborate courtship dance is not simply a display of attraction. Every synchronized movement, raised bill, and quiet call reaffirms a bond perfected over many years together. Before a single egg can be laid, their partnership must first be renewed, just as it has been through countless breeding seasons before.
On these windswept islands, a nest is more than a place to lay an egg. It is a defense against one of the harshest climates on Earth. Together, the pair gather grass, moss, and peat, patiently shaping a raised mound that will help protect their future offspring from cold rain and surface water. Around them, hundreds of other albatrosses prepare for the same challenge. Yet even before the egg is laid, watchful predators are already studying the colony. Every breeding season begins with hope, and with danger waiting nearby.
At last, the breeding season reaches its most fragile beginning. Unlike many seabirds, wandering albatrosses place all of their reproductive effort into a single egg. There will be no second chance this year. Every storm, every predator, and every decision from this moment forward will determine whether a new life survives. As the first day of incubation begins, the pair enter a partnership that will demand extraordinary patience, endurance, and trust for the months ahead.
Incubating a single egg is a commitment measured not in hours, but in weeks. The parents cannot leave together. While one remains on the nest through wind, rain, and freezing nights, the other disappears into an ocean stretching far beyond the horizon. These foraging journeys may cover thousands of kilometers before enough food is found. For the bird left behind, patience is the only choice. For the bird at sea, survival is the only way home. 8 days into incubation, the partnership now stretches across 2 very different worlds. On the island, the male cannot leave the egg unprotected. Far beyond the horizon, the female searches an ocean that offers no guarantees. She reads the wind, follows current boundaries, and watches for the smallest signs of life beneath the surface. One successful hunt may restore the energy she has lost. But across the Southern Ocean, Every meal is earned against distance, weather, and relentless competition. And on the horizon, an even greater challenge is beginning to form. The Southern Ocean rewards patience more often than speed. A missed opportunity costs precious energy, and confronting stronger competitors may cost even more. Instead, experience guides every decision. The wandering albatross reads the wind, the currents, and the movements of other hunters, knowing that survival depends on choosing the right moment rather than every moment. Far behind her, a single egg waits beneath the unwavering care of her mate. Every successful hunt brings her one flight closer to home. The Southern Ocean is shaped by storms that circle the planet almost without interruption. For most birds, such weather is something to avoid. For a wandering albatross, it is both a danger and a source of power. By reading invisible gradients of air above each wave, she can travel immense distances while expending remarkably little energy. But even a master of the wind must avoid the most violent parts of the storm. Every safe crossing brings her closer to the island, where a single egg and a patient partner continue to wait. Back on the island, time passes slowly. For many days, the male has remained on the nest, living entirely on the energy stored within his body. Cold rain, powerful winds, and prowling skuas test his endurance, but he cannot leave the egg. Not even for a moment. Each hour weakens him further. Still, he waits, scanning the horizon for the partner whose return will release him from his duty. At last, far above the waves, a small white silhouette appears. After nearly 11 weeks of unwavering care, the long silence finally ends. Every movement from inside the shell has demanded extraordinary effort from the chick, and remarkable patience from its parents. Wet, exhausted, and completely dependent, the hatchling enters a world shaped by wind, cold, and constant uncertainty. For the adults, incubation is over. A far greater challenge begins today. From this moment forward, every journey across the Southern Ocean will be made for one purpose alone: to keep this fragile new life alive. The moment the chick hatches, everything changes. Incubation gives way to an endless cycle of hunting, feeding, brooding, and protection. One parent must remain at the nest, shielding the chick from cold and danger, while the other crosses the Southern Ocean in search of food. Every successful return means another day of life. Every delayed journey brings new uncertainty. For this young albatross, survival now depends entirely on the endurance, precision, and partnership of its parents. With each passing day, the chick's appetite grows larger, demanding more food than ever before. While one parent remains at the nest, shielding the young bird from cold winds and the ever-watchful skuas above, the other ventures hundreds of kilometers across the Southern Ocean. There, towering waves, violent storms, and fierce competition for squid and fish turn every hunting trip into a battle for survival. Every successful catch is carried all the way back to the island, where a hungry chick waits with unwavering trust. For this family, the distance between the nest and the open ocean is measured not only in kilometers, but in sacrifice. During the months it spends on the nesting island, a single wandering albatross chick will consume nearly 45 kilograms of food, mostly squid, fish, and nutrient-rich stomach oil delivered by its parents. Every meal represents another exhausting journey across the Southern Ocean, often through powerful storms and over thousands of kilometers of open water. While one parent battles the relentless sea in search of food, the other remains behind, guarding the chick from cold, hunger, and opportunistic predators. Long before the young albatross ever spreads its wings, its survival has already been earned through hundreds of remarkable acts of endurance. Months of devotion have brought the young albatross to the edge of independence. It is stronger now, yet strength alone is not enough. Until its wings can carry it over the Southern Ocean, it remains vulnerable to every opportunity-seeking predator. For months, every storm endured, every kilometer flown, and every meal delivered has led to this single moment. No parent can make this journey for their young. Instinct alone must guide each movement, each decision, and each adjustment of newly grown wings. Ahead lies an ocean without end, where this young wandering albatross may spend years before touching land again. The cycle that began with a single egg now continues across the vast Southern Ocean, carried forward by the same winds that have guided countless generations before it.